What's up, world? Welcome to The Positive Truth, uplifting and positive news for a more progressive society. What are we going to do, Tim?
Here at The Positive Truth, we're trying to bring awareness, empowerment, inspiration, optimism, and understanding to communities everywhere.
You know it. Thank you for tuning in. This is our third one we've done on the Wednesday thing.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of positive response, lots of views on SoundCloud, a lot of views on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, have you seen how popular the Conway interview was?
I was so surprised. I actually checked it out this morning again, and I saw the numbers, and I was like, wow, people are really loving this.
So we got more interviews coming.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. But the Conway interview is amazing. A little freestyle or a verse at the end.
It finished it perfectly. If you guys haven't heard it yet, go on Facebook, go on anywhere you can reach us, Facebook, iTunes, Twitter, YouTube, Google Play, SoundCloud, and check it out. I promise you guys are going to enjoy it.
Tim, what you got up with your life, man?
Man, I'm just staying busy. Had a birthday last week, getting old, 28.
Happy birthday.
Man, appreciate it. Man, I'm just living life, living the dream. What about you, JP?
Well, I got called into work today, and I thought I was going to get to go to the Thunder game, but I guess not.
Oh, I'm actually going tonight.
Speaking of the Thunder game, your boy, your favorite player, he did something a couple of weeks ago I thought you should know about.
You talking about Andre Roberson, man?
I am talking about Andre Roberson.
He is not my favorite player, so that everyone knows.
He hit a free throw 2 weeks ago. You know what that means, right?
I have no idea what that means.
That means for the first time this year, he's shooting a better percentage from the free throw line than he is from the three-point line. So that's an extra bonus positive news story.
I am done with you.
He's shooting 29% from three and 33% from the free throw line.
Oh my gosh.
If you're new to The Positive Truth, what we do is we bring 5 uplifting news stories on Monday and Wednesday, and on Friday we talk about issues that are going on in our community, and we talk about how you can actually change them instead of just talking about them. It's just what you can do to help out. This next week we have one on healthier ways to use social media. Tim, how do you feel about that?
Oh man, I feel pretty good. How are you feeling about it?
You can't get away from social media.
Man.
So it's just real helpful. We talk about the negative effects of it, and then we talk about how you can use it in a healthier way. That's on every Friday. Friday is a video podcast. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, pretty much anywhere we're on, SoundCloud. We looked into the Spotify, and probably not going to happen.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Sorry, guys.
Out of our budget range.
Touche.
But let's get into these 5 positive news stories. Tim, let's go.
Oh, let's get it. So, JP, does your hair grow pretty fast?
I just got a haircut right before I came on.
See, exactly. I know my hair grows pretty fast, and I know we talk about it quite often, but for the people that do know, a lot of people's hair grows fast, and there's some people that have struggles growing hair. Like Gabby Ruiz, who's 12 years old. She was diagnosed with alopecia areata, which is a hair loss disorder at the age of 4. So since she was 4 years old, she's really struggled to grow her hair out. They've tried all kind of medication her family has, and nothing seemed to work. So she has a family friend who's actually 10 years old, and he decided to grow his hair out. This kid has gotten made fun of, got confused as a girl, just all kind of bullying just because he decided to grow his hair out. He grew his hair out to a full 12 inches. He actually has bangs and everything. And the reason he decided to grow his hair out is because he wanted to make a wig out of his hair for his friend, his family friend that lives in Florida, and he lives in Georgia. So he doesn't even get to see her all the time. This kid decided that he was going to put up with all the bullying, all the name calling, just did not care because he knew how happy it would make his friend. And they actually did a photo shoot, and they did a photo shoot at JCPenney's in Florida. After the haircut, it was buzzed off, and he walks out with the biggest smile on his face because he knew he did a good deed for his friend. And I wanted to share that with everybody because children are doing so much wonderful things these days. I don't know if everybody gets a chance to hear it or see it, but that's just another positive story for you guys to check out.
It's just an amazing thing that he did for a friend.
for a friend, not even a family member, for a friend, and he chose to do it. Nobody even had to talk him into it.
So we'll take, what was the child's name?
The child's name was Gabby Ruiz.
The one that grew the hair out.
He did not have his name. Oh no, I'm sorry. His name is Tyler Boone.
All right, so shout out to Tyler. We'll take that challenge, and hopefully all our listeners and us, me and you, Tim, can do something great for a friend without them asking.
Challenge accepted.
Keep on spreading that uplifting and positivity.
Yes, sir. What do you got for us, JP?
Well, I got a story of a new father who was fired from his job for attending his child's birth. This is his first child in New Hampshire. He worked for a protective services, a private security group, but like college campuses and retail stores. And basically, he was supposed to be at work. He was like, "Yo, my child's getting born." I'm like, "Well, you can't go." So he was like, "Screw this," and went anyway and got fired. The uplifting part is, he put it on Facebook, and he was like, "I really don't care, this child's birth is more important. I got to be here to support my family and my wife."
100%.
His friend spread it, and he got 10, 15 job offers the next day.
Wow.
So shout out to his friends and the community for standing up for him and saying, yeah, that's the right thing to do. And him immediately getting a job afterwards from those companies, getting job interviews, getting job offers. There's still, like, every time you read about something negative, you're just like, this world's going to hell. But there's a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of individuals standing with each other. And this is just one of the many stories.
Man, that's awesome. That is great. I mean, shout out to his friend. There's a lot of friends are doing good things, it seems like, right now.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and change the direction a little bit, but I'm going to stick to the father role. Well, there's an app out there. It helps nonverbal children communicate. It was invented by a man whose daughter had a form of autism, a form of nonverbal autism, and her name is Sadie, and she's 5 years old. We all know not being able to communicate whenever you're hurting or feeling any type of way, it's frustrating because people are trying to figure out what's going on with you, and you have no idea how to talk about it because you're just so upset, right? And with this, he noticed that his 5-year-old daughter she couldn't talk, and they had no idea what to say. So he decided to invent this app called Tippy Talk. Basically, this communication system uses pictures for Sadie to use. She can point at them. Whenever she points at the pictures, it'll turn into a word. And then she points at another picture, and it'll turn into another word. And it'll send either to her father or to her mother. The app's super easy to use. And he says he gets to not only talk to her whenever he's in person, but also whenever he's at work. If she has something to say to him, as in, "Daddy, I love you," or "Daddy, I miss you," app's so easy to use. All you got to do is choose who you want to talk to, which on her app, it's either her mom or her dad. She clicks on say dad. She finds the pictures that she wants to find, and it sends a text message straight to her father.
This app is amazing.
It is amazing.
Can anyone download it?
Here's the best part, JP. The app is completely free.
Say what?
Completely free. All he wanted to do was help. He wanted to communicate with his daughter, and he thought, you know what? I need to share this with the world. You can download it on your iPhone, your Android. It does not matter. The app is actually called Tippy Talk. Tippytalk.
Nice.
Man, I thought it was amazing. What else you got for us, JP?
Well, I just want to concur. That is amazing. My next one isn't really a positive news story. It's a uplifting experience. It's kind of long, but I know you don't use Reddit, but on Reddit, it's called the Me You Today, Me Tomorrow story. And it's really uplifting. It's really positive. It's like a 2-minute read, so I just thought I would share it. It's a great life lesson.
All right.
So if you don't know what Reddit is, you post things, and it's all user-created content. And on this subreddit, they were talking about, like, basically like things that just, have you ever been picked up by a hitchhiker? So that's where the story catches on. And the young man, he's telling the story, he's like, every time I see someone I stop. When I got a girlfriend, I got out of practice doing it. But in the past year, he had 3 instances of car trouble, and this is where the story picks up. He had a blowout on the highway, a bunch of blown fuses, and out of gas at a gas, like basically a bunch of blown fuses and out of gas situation. All of them while people were like driving their cars past them. And he said for some reason it always made it worse for him on an emotional level, because you're just, you know, you're sitting there and you're seeing like for my safety trucks, just you sit there for 2 hours and no one tries to help you. And so he always felt like, man, this country's going to hell in basically a handbasket. That's what he calls it. So here's officially where the story kicks off.
All right.
Did you know who came to my rescue all 3 times? Immigrants. Mexican immigrants. None of them spoke a lick of the language, but one of the dudes had a profound effect on me. He was a guy that stopped to help me with a blowout with his family of 6 in tow. I was on the side of the road for close to 4 hours. Big Jeep, blown rear tire, had a spare but no jack. I had signs in the window of the car, big signs that said need a jack and offered money. No dice. Right as I'm about to give up and hitch out there, a van pulls over and the dude bounds out. He sizes the situation up and calls for his youngest daughter who speaks English. He conveys through her that he has a jack but is too small for the Jeep, so we will need to brace it. He produces a saw from the van and cuts a log out of the downed tree on the side of the road. We rolled it over, he puts his jack on top, and bam, we're in business. I start taking the wheel off, and if you can believe it, I broke his tire iron.
Oh, wow.
It was I know, right? It was one of those like collapsible ones, and I wasn't careful, and I snapped the head, and basically just went flying, just off into the highway. Guy smiles, no worries. He runs to the van, gives it to his wife, and she's gone in a flash. Down the road, they buy a tire iron. She's back in 15 minutes. We finish the job with a little sweat and cussing, and I'm a very happy man. We're both filthy and sweating. Wife produces a large water jug for us to wash our hands. I tried to put a 20 in the man's hand, but he wouldn't take it. So instead, I gave it to the wife as quietly as I could. I thanked them up one side and down the other. I asked the little girl where they lived, thinking maybe I could send a gift to them for being so awesome. She says they live in Mexico. They're here so mommy and dad can pick peaches for the next few weeks. After that, they're going to pick cherries and they're going back home. She asked if I had lunch, and when I told her no, she gave me a tamale from their cooler. He said it was the best tamale he's ever had. So to clarify, basically, a family that was poorer than him, with 4 children in the car, took the time to stop, speaking no English, go by, take a saw out, cut the tree out, use their, to use for their little car jack. When the little car iron broke, they went and bought a new one. So all I can think to say is, por favor, por favor, por favor, por favor. Dude just smiles, shakes his head, and with what looked like great concentration, he tried his hardest to speak to me in English. He said, today you, tomorrow me. He rolled up his window, drove away. He gave the dude back his money, gave him another 20. The guy, the Mexican guy, gave the dude his money back and gave him another 20 because he was just to help him buy a new tire. Rolled up his window, drove away, his daughter waving to me, all the kids smiling. I just sat in my car, eating the best tamale in my life and just cried. You just never seen anybody just so committed to helping. And I just think it's just a great story. Now he lives his life. Today you, tomorrow me. That's my inspiration.
That was amazing. That was an amazing positive story.
That's what I'm saying. It was just on Reddit. He says the TLDR is a long rambling story about the kindness of strangers, particularly folks south of the border, that forced me to be more helpful on the road and in life in general. It was the highlight of my 2010, and I've helped everyone I see pulled over on the side of the road ever since.
Man.
So just one positive thing you do can go so long. I just really like the story, so I thought I'd share it.
No, that was an amazing story, man. I'm glad that you did share that. Well, I'm going to finish this up. I mean, it's hard to follow up on such an amazing story like that. But this guy, this restaurant in Montreal is doing a pretty good job. Guess what their motto is, JP? Maybe don't guess. I got you. Everyone deserves to eat. No questions asked. This is the motto for a restaurant in Montreal. I would say the name, but I'm going to butcher it so bad.
Just try, Tim. Just try.
Man, Marche Restaurant Verdaus. That's all I got. See, I told you, I'm going to butcher it. I'm sorry, everybody. But basically, the reason I wanted to share this is because they posted up a sign months ago because they noticed there was an abundance of homeless people around the restaurant. They posted a sign that says, people with no money are welcome to eat free. They wrote it in English, and it's written in French, I believe. So the restaurant owner said the reason why he put that sign up because there's a lot of homeless people here. I know how hard it is to be hungry. It's frustrating. He also said people are too proud sometimes to take free food or to come in and ask. So he told this chef, or the owner of the restaurant told his chef, look, if somebody comes in and asks for free food, don't ask them any questions. Do not judge them. Just give them their food and treat them like a regular customer. I think that is amazing because just like at his restaurant, just like at my restaurant that I work at, just like I guarantee at your restaurant that you work at, that extra food at the end of the night, it's getting thrown away.
Man.
And it gets thrown away. It's ridiculous how much food gets thrown away at restaurants at the end of the night. And this man decided, look, a sandwich isn't going to break the bank for me. I can give away a free sandwich and be okay because just like at most restaurants, we throw away our food at the end of the night. I'd rather give it to somebody that needs it versus throw it in the trash and nobody takes it. I thought it was amazing, and the best part of it to me that I really thought, he said, I am a Muslim man. I am an image of Islam. I want people to see the good from Islam, from being Muslim versus what they all see on TV. We are taught to give back, to give to all, and I really wanted to be a representation of that. So anybody that wants to come in and eat for free in my restaurant is more than welcome to.
Where's this restaurant at?
Montreal.
That's a little cold for me.
Oh yeah, that's
gonna have to be a summer trip. But see, that only makes me want to support that restaurant even more. Like you go in, you want to pay double.
Oh, for sure. If I ever go to Montreal, I guarantee I'm gonna stop at this restaurant, and I'm gonna eat there, and I want to see how things work out over there. How many people actually come in and get a free meal? Because whenever you see somebody doing something so positive, I know my heart tells me help them do even more.
Absolutely. So we got a follower of Islam, an immigrant that doesn't speak any English, the youth, all helping out in this podcast. All people there are just usually oh, you don't speak English, get out of my country. Oh, you're Islam, you must be a terrorist. All the youth, they're tearing everything apart. They don't know anything. All helping out and giving back.
There's so much positivity going on in the world. We just have to open up our eyes and actually see it.
Absolutely. So, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully these 5 positive news stories help Major League a little bit better. We're going to do this again on Wednesday. We got an episode on Friday. That's how we do things here. If you want to support The Positive Truth, just hit that little like button, subscribe on iTunes and YouTube, leave us a 5-star positive review, because you're never going to pay for this podcast, and all that's going to do is help share the positivity that we're trying to spread around. And that's all we need. Hopefully your week goes amazing. Tim, you got a quote?
Do I have a quote? I actually wanted to use the quote from the restaurant. Everyone deserves to eat, no matter what.
We got supercomputers in our pocket. Why can't we feed everybody?
Exactly. Hey guys, make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, and SoundCloud. If you like us on Facebook and you like the videos, you like the interviews, go ahead and share them. Let your friends know what's going on. We're just trying to spread positivity throughout the communities, and you guys can too.
We out.
Deuces.